pumps on. Make sure
Track
it's
center
full
line
rich.
and do not come in at 85 knots.
Okay.
On a daylight today, 75, 70 knots over the fence for like over the grassy area here, you could probably be maybe 70 knots, but it's not too much. It's only 250 as indicated by the AWAS, but use discretion.
Farm heat is off. Primer's locked. Nothing on a final. Lakewood traffic, Warrior 40 Juliet Alpha is departing runway 24, staying in the pattern. Lakewood. And instruments in the green. Reads alive. Rotate. Do me a favor, take the control for a second, hold it right there.
My controls.
Right. See if you feel like a sticky right at that point. If you notice, a couple times it like pulled on me,
Flying W, helicopter left downwind 1, flying W.
Not really.
Okay.
But it's kind of...
Maybe it's just this side, I don't know.
It could be that side.
My controls.
Your controls.
Soderberg, turning left base 22 Soderberg.
Lakewood traffic, Warrior 40 Juliet Alpha is turning right. Crosswinds. Runway 24, Lakewood.
You sprayed that side down too, right?
I did both, yeah. Maybe it's just the way I'm holding it or something, I'm trying not to give it the death grip too much. But then you get those bumps and they...
Then you gotta give it a nice squeeze, I know.
Flying W, helicopter.
But I just felt like I was holding it there, and then like, if I just tried to get a little bit too much, like it would, like, get really stiff on you. Alright, we're at a pattern altitude. Lakewood traffic, Warrior 40 Juliet Alpha is turning right downwind, runway 24, Lakewood.
Southern traffic, Cessna 480, turn right downwind, and we'll be proceeding east to join the downwind for runway 1, flying W, Southern. Flying W, helicopter on final 1, flying W.
Back it up. I think I just don't have exactly where in the pattern I need to be speed-wise and stuff. Sometimes.
Right here, your speed is good. Altitude is a little sloppy. You're going back to your 172.
Yeah.
Flying, just keep your altitude until you're being pointed to the landing. Downwind, you want to be about 85 to 95. You're doing good with that. Just hold that altitude.
First notch of flaps.
On a windy day like today, all you're adding is maybe 5 knots at the very most. Your speed and pattern's not going to change. The fact that you're doing a little bit of a wider pattern is good because the winds are going to be blowing you
right
to
there.
the right.
Feel it? You hear it?
What is it? Not really.
I can hear it, like sticking on this. Lakewood traffic, Warrior 40 Juliet Alpha is turning right base, runway 24, Lakewood.
Flying W traffic system 480's crossing departure and runway 1, 1,300 feet. We'll be going the right downwind runway 1. Flying W.
Not feeling good about this one yet.
We're pretty low.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going this direction here. I feel like I can coordinate it.
Flying W, helicopter left downwind, runway 1, flying W.
Alright, where would you like me?
You gotta get away from congested area.
Well, this is presidential type stuff here.
Right, climb.
Flying W traffic system 25480, descending at a 1,400 feet per pattern altitude on the downwind for runway 1.
What did you like about that last that last pattern?
Trying to turn and it was just not letting me stabilize myself yet.
Okay.
You know?
Bit of a challenge there with crosswinds.
Yeah.
You can see it's indicating what 250 at like 8 knots. But you got to use all the other METARs in the air to find out exactly what's happening. You already know where that AWOS station is. It's blocked by the
trees.
by the buildings, trees, airplanes in front of it.
Flying W traffic system 25480 has helicopter traffic in sight.
It's a very interesting just line of clouds there. It's we'll climb up. That's a good altitude. We'll get a little bit away from the congested and go find something to do a turnaround point. Let's pick one of those islands over there.
Base 1, flying W.
So what's your goal during a turnaround point?
Keep it on the wingtip. Or are you asking why we practice turns around the plane?
No. So for airman certification standards, when you go take your private,
yeah,
what the examiner is going to look for is that you're keeping a constant radius around the turn.
Yeah, and that you're adjusting for winds.
Right. Adjusting for your winds. You're also going to be maintaining the same amount of altitude and the same airspeed. Just bring that throttle back. You got a floor there where a little bit of choppiness air. It should be well below the maneuvering airspeed for that, unless you're climbing, but we haven't climbed in a while.
We're at 1100.
So turbulent air, the purpose of the maneuvering airspeed is so you can fully deflect your flight controls and not cause any damage to the airplane or the flight controls. If you're above that maneuvering airspeed and you get full deflection, where the winds bring you up, down, left, right, and you have to fully deflect the controls, now you could potentially damage something. So if you're flying through turbulence air, throttle it back, fly at a little bit of a lower airspeed, somewhere closer to maneuvering or just slightly below, well in the green, so you don't get bumped around.
How'd you like to have your own island?
They condemned that altitude, about 500 feet.
I think a judge used to live on one of these little islands.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard they condemned that house and they're not allowing any rebuilding. Climb, this is congested area. You're gonna break the FARs.
approach confirmed. 69 Quebec, clear for the approach.
69 Quebec, affirm you are clear the approach, sir.
Clear for the approach, number 69 Quebec, and we have the fuel. Sorry, we can go ahead and cancel IFR.
Cessna 69 Quebec, roger. IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR.
Alright, what are you going to pick for turnaround point? What altitude are you going to maintain?
Alright, let me get up to 1,000 here. And we'll take a scan around and see what we got.
Cessna 609 McGuire approach, hello. McGuire altimeter is 2941, depart white, direct destination.
Depart white, direct destination 2941, ultimate 609, thanks.
Come it up a little. Anything good?
Aztec 930.
You got the piers, you got the Ferris wheel. There's a couple wind, a couple water towers out there.
Can you still please spell Minnow for me, please?
See the
Minnow spelled
Ferris
November,
wheel. Oh, that?
Echo,
Okay.
November,
Yep.
November, Oscar.
Alright, you do that.
November Echo, November Oscar, and we're going to descend to
Alright, so we're at 1,000 feet, 100 knots, so that's what you got to maintain.
2,000,
And the same radius.